Hello guys, it's two Latin brothers, also known as T.L.B.P. I'm Victor.
And I'm Adrian.
And this is episode 39. We've almost been at it for 40 weeks now, you know?
Yeah, next episode is episode 40.
Yeah, it'll be my guest.
Yeah, it has to be your guest. The other thing, too, is the fact that you only knew this week's episode because I told you prior to this episode.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. It's magical.
That I told you prior to the episode?
Yes, it is.
Okay, anyway, so how was your week?
I guess it's been a week, you know.
It's been a week. My week
It's been a week.
has been go, like go, just like nonstop, go.
Yeah.
And next week is gonna be exactly the same. So it's so much. I'm looking so forward to it.
Well, next week we start.
I already have.
No, okay. Next week we start October.
What is it? Not next week, but the following week I already have midterms.
Oh wow.
So like, I have to already like I'm like crazy studying, and that basically means I'm already halfway through my semester of like the end of. It's crazy. Like
Yeah.
I can't believe it's going this fast.
I know.
It honestly, like, what is it in where I'm doing my co-op / placement / practical? They're already talking about Thanksgiving, and it's not even October yet.
I'm already thinking about Thanksgiving.
Like, but I mean, it's because they plan like super ahead because they do events and stuff.
I plan super ahead.
No, you don't
I'm
do
already,
any. You don't do any. Anyway,
I'm so beyond.
But they plan like events and stuff, and like they're already talking about Thanksgiving, and it's honestly like all I'm thinking about is turkey. And the other day I was there, and they brought in like 5 turkeys, and I was like, "Yo, this is gonna be great." And then they're like, "Can you help us the night we do this?" I'm like, "I'm there. I'm there.
I'm there.
I'm there.
As long as I
I'm
get
there.
some, I'm there."
No, they're like, we're gonna need you like help to set up and stuff like that. They also need like people there like to like oversee like
Yeah.
the food. So like like that kind of stuff. But then someone was telling me how like they have to cook a turkey at their place because there's not enough ovens to cook enough turkeys.
Oh, man.
I'm like, that's like true torture. She's like, yeah, because my whole house is literally gonna smell like turkey.
And you're not gonna get to eat it.
Well, yeah. Well, no. But the thing too is like they're doing it the Thursday before Thanksgiving.
Oh.
So her house is gonna smell like turkey.
A week before.
No, 4 days before Thanksgiving. Like like 5
sucks.
days before Thanksgiving.
And then you gotta cook another one.
Exactly. Like so.
Oh man, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's getting out of hand. Anyway,
Yeah. Slow cook is key.
slow cook is key. It depends on the turkey.
I know, but slow cook
It
is
also
key.
depends on the size of the turkey.
Yeah, but slow cook is
Anyway, how was your week?
key. It's school, and a hint of school.
Why don't you tell people what classes you have this semester?
I don't feel like it.
Okay, well, I'm asking you to tell people the classes you.
I feel like I've already done this.
No, I don't think you have.
Yeah, I think I have.
If he has,
We established that I had music.
yeah, everybody.
have
Okay,
music.
look, everybody has. Well, I mean, we've both the episode where I talk about music and I'm featured in the episode
Yeah.
because you barely talked that episode.
Yeah, I know. You just went all out.
Oh no.
Crazy, man.
Well, no, you weren't feeling that well either. So
Yeah.
we even addressed that at the end of the episode.
Did we?
Yes,
Oh.
you can go back. I'm pretty sure we addressed that that episode.
But I don't get sick.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Whatever. Okay. You were saying.
Oh yeah. So music
Yeah.
resource period.
I like how you had to think about it.
Well, it's like the first month. Okay. I barely remember where my classes are.
We're basically in October.
I barely remember where my classes are. Resource. Then lunch. Get my hour lunch. I do stuff.
That's great. Okay. Moving on from lunch.
Japanese.
Okay.
Math.
Oh, so you have math at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Well, some days.
Some
that
days
sucks.
I have it on the end of the day.
That sucks. I
That
hate
doesn't
that.
suck.
I wouldn't.
It's actually good.
I wouldn't like that.
Really? I'd rather it that way.
No, I think
I'd rather end with math.
I'd rather start with math. That way I get it out of the way.
Ugh.
Like, it'd suck every morning, but I'd get it out of the way, and I wouldn't have to worry about it the rest
It's like
of
for
the
the students who have gym
in the
or
morning.
phys ed in the morning.
It wakes you up.
True, but then you're sweaty for the rest of the day.
Sure, I guess. Not really.
You have dry sweat on you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got showers.
But
Nobody showers?
Nobody
Really?
showers. Yeah.
When I was there, people showered all the time.
Well, like no one showers unless there was just a rugby game.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you're gonna come out all muddy.
See, when I was there, people showered even for gym class.
Mm.
Like, they would be like super, like the time you have to shower is literally like 2 minutes. You get in the water, you get out of the water.
Yeah, it's just to rinse. It's not to wash yourself.
Yeah, and there's that one guy who would be in there. He'd start singing, when I'll be like,
"Oh, I know that guy.
Always.
You know, I might get him on the podcast.
Always singing. No, actually, I didn't know him that well, and also he was like, because I took a grade 11 gym class when I was in grade 10. I don't know why they put me in that class. But anyway, because I was in that class, I don't even remember his name. I just know what he looks like. The other thing, too, is the fact that I never really had an actual conversation with him. Like, there was this other guy who, in the same gym class, who everyone's like, oh, he's going to be in the NHL one day. I don't know what happened.
And then
honestly, I don't know what happened. Yeah, I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
So, anyway. Yeah, so you got Japanese.
Yeah, I do.
And then you, then what?
That's it.
That's it?
4 courses.
You don't have any extracurriculars? You don't
we'll have band in the morning.
Oh, so you have band in the... Okay, see, that's what I was getting at.
We've established this. Like...
Now everyone knows your day-to-day schedule.
Then after school...
Don't even.
No. So then after school, I get home, and then I do stuff with a hint of more stuff. And then you come home, and then... anime happens, and then
depending on the day,
and then depending on the day.
I know it also depends how late I get home. Yeah. Like today, I got home at 8:00.
Yeah,
I left the house at 9 a.m.
Yeah,
that's how long I was gone. I was almost gone 12 hours.
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah. So
there's that.
Yeah, I'm not really that exciting. So.
But you have a podcast?
Yes, I have a podcast. Okay, leave me alone in my solitude.
Look. You have a podcast.
Yes.
We have to entertain an audience.
I can't.
I can't entertain. That apparently is no longer present.
I can't retain.
Apparently is no longer really present. Like, I don't know what's going on.
What do you mean?
The numbers are going down.
Okay, I have plans. You just need.
You just need to do them.
Okay, you want me to just do them?
Yes, I need you to do them because my plans aren't falling through because people have lives. Believe it or not, in the adult. Okay, look, you don't understand. I live in the adult world. In the adult world, people have a 9 to 5. People are busy. People have jobs. People have a life. People like to live life.
Okay.
So people, are busy, and I get that. Also people are in school.
I just kind of wish you would do your thingy.
It's hard.
I know it's hard.
I've been trying,
because then that one boost would just
again
make my plan so much more golden.
Again, I'm trying, but if people say no, I just have to accept that.
I know.
It hurts deep down. I'm upset. I'm disappointed. But you know what? Maybe one day I'll get like a mayor on here. That's the end game. The end game is to have a mayor on the...
I don't want our mayor.
Not our mayor. I mean like a mayor. or even the Prime Minister of Canada. If I could get him on the pod... You know how crazy that would be?
You know how political this podcast would get?
It'd be stick on the...
I would be like, oh my gosh. I'd be so nervous. I've met the guy.
Current one?
Our current one. I've met him. But
he's currently under investigation.
Really?
For obstruction of justice or something like that.
Obstruction of justice.
Yeah, he's also the first prime minister that's going into re-elections.
Oh man.
And this is going south.
He's not okay.
I don't know why people care. People make let me explain this. For those of you who are for those of you who aren't in Canada, people make the biggest deal about things because there's literally nothing going on in this country.
I know.
What is it? They made what is it? Some MP made the biggest deal because he grabbed her arm to move her. An MP is a minister of a political party. I can't remember what it actually stands for right now.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah. Anyway, they're just it's like a senator for in layman's terms. It's like a senator. Anyway, for those who know the American justice system, the political government system. Anyway.
You do realize most of the people listening to this are Canadian.
Anyway,
and are teenagers.
Again, there are a lot of stragglers from not this country.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what was I saying? Okay, so anyway, our prime minister was walking out of the room where they talk about political things.
Yeah.
And she was standing in the way, and he grabbed her arm and moved her. This was on the news for 3 weeks straight until he released a public apology that he happened
I'm sorry that
to touch her arm. And you know what? Honestly, like sincerely, it was a slow 3 weeks.
I would have extended it. Like if I was the prime minister, I would be like, I'm sorry for assaulting.
No, he can't do that. He can't.
I did not mean to aggressively grab Zed arm.
Look, I found that
push person away.
Okay, look,
I would just extend it and make it like this whole thing because they're boring.
So dumb. Like you don't understand. Like to me, that was like, are we really like? I'm like, is there nothing else that like I don't know the country
worries about?
No,
or, like,
yeah,
needs
like
to
I was
show
like,
on the
I don't know,
news?
like our poverty rates, our mental health issues. Possibly
it's like how
possibly
the news,
our economic status as a country, like
it's like how the news like not that people really read newspapers anymore, but if you read a newspaper you'll see like somebody died
on the first page.
Yeah, and then like 3 pages after you actually see the problems, and not just some minor person who
then 7
died.
pages in, it's like the happy news.
Yeah, it's like
but it's a sign like
and
that.
Then
it's to get you to keep reading, right?
Yeah,
like,
I know.
It's to
it's
catch
like, oh my gosh, this person died, and then flip the page. Oh my gosh, this is serious.
The country's going to ruin.
The country's going to ruins. Why isn't this the front page? Well, because then you wouldn't want to read it.
It's like someone was saying how like why. Someone asked me, why is Mexico such a dangerous country?
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
don't get me started. Don't do this to me.
No, wait. Let me finish.
I can't.
Look, let me just explain this. Okay, look. Basically, the entire population of Canada lives in the capital city of Mexico. Okay, listen to this. Okay, so the entire population of Canada basically lives in the capital city of Mexico.
Yeah.
Not
Mexico
just
City.
that. Okay, yeah, Mexico City.
I don't know why you keep saying capital.
Oh,
it literally says Mexico.
Anyway, Canada is a pretty safe country. Yes. I mean, there's still crime here, but it's not like really, really bad. Anyway.
So I feel like what you're just trying to say is since Mexico has a higher population, therefore making more criminals, therefore higher rates, therefore Canada not having as much people having lower rates because there isn't as much people to do these things.
No, I was going to hit on corruption, but hey, you can take the reins from here.
Okay, well, yeah. Oh, corruption's that's a very good point, too.
Yeah, I was going to get onto that. But
okay, onto that.
Okay, so look. So here's the thing. In Mexico, quite literally, some of the cops are working with the criminals.
Yeah, no.
Like, this is the main issue. But we're not a political podcast, so we're going to drop this, and we're going to move on. And if you'd like to... No,
I'm dragging it back.
No.
I'm just joking. I'm just
moving
joking.
On. This is too political. I can't. What is it? The other day, our father was telling us about how... No, who was it? Like, our father was telling us how, like, the prime minister or the president... No, it's not the prime minister. What is he? He's the president. The president of El Salvador has been named, like, one of the greatest presidents or whatever.
In the world?
Yeah, in the world.
Yeah.
What is it?
Wow, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's because I kind of overheard it while being up here because he was talking to you. You know the rundown.
Yes, yeah.
So why don't you tell us?
So basically what's going on is I don't know.
But he was telling you.
No. So basically because if you know a little bit of history of El Salvador, which I doubt you do, so I'm going to explain it a little bit. There's corruption, there was civil war, and the country went to shambles, and there has been presidents that did absolutely nothing. Okay. Up until this point.
Yeah.
2018. 2019. Oh my gosh, my brain's still stuck.
But like the thing is like he's firing people.
Well, he's being strategic in the way he relieves people of their duties.
Yeah.
So the way he's been giving orders around is actually through Twitter.
Yeah.
So you can like scroll through Twitter and find the orders he's giving people. It's like he's talking to like ministries and being like, "Can you please fire this person?"
Yeah.
But like the people he's firing are actually people who have like corrupted the system.
Yeah.
So he's actually brought in more military. Yeah. To keep protection among the people.
Yeah.
He's been like fixing a bunch of problems.
Like he's actually fixing
being a president.
Yeah.
Whoa. Just like it blew everybody's minds.
A revolutionary concept in Latin America. Just saying.
What I think is he's a president who actually loves his country. Because he's actually doing something to solve the problems that have been there for years.
I don't think it's about love. I think it's about he's being smart. But
I feel like he's just a logical president.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, like, but it's about time. I mean, this country's been in literally. It's been over 30 years.
Yes,
like, it's
I know.
like they had a civil war, then the gangs broke out.
Yeah.
And it's literally been one thing after another.
Yeah.
To the point where...
And don't get me started over Honduras and El Salvador.
No. Let me finish. To the point where there are more Salvadorians outside of the country than in the country. Like, I mean, if we were to send them all back, I don't think they'd fit.
No, there's a lot of immigrants living in Honduras.
Oh, yeah.
And the States.
Yeah, well, even here.
Yeah, even here we have a lot. Like you can point them out easily because they're wearing like a jersey.
No, I mean. Okay, whoa, calm down.
No, I'm not kidding.
Yeah, that's like how they say like, okay, look, okay, that's I'm not even gonna get into this.
Okay,
what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else.
Yes,
can't remember right now.
Well, we just hit on how El Salvador is doing better.
Okay, look,
it's becoming a place where you can actually live.
Meanwhile, Venezuela is still in shambles.
Yes,
which is super unfortunate.
Yes, it is.
Hopefully, it gets better.
Yeah.
Also, do you know that the rainforest is still on fire in Brazil? I'm pretty sure it still is.
I know it's like.
Just like no one talks about.
I know, no, it's like such an important part of our world, and I feel like we haven't brought too much attention to it.
I know it's like
it's actually what's keeping us alive, basically, because it's what's making the most oxygen in the world. Instead, we're just polluting it.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna get to like all this be eco-friendly,
But like also the prime minister of
Brazil.
Yeah. Also like what? Oh my goodness.
What?
Now he's saying, okay, so this is like literally yesterday.
Okay.
There's an article that came out that literally, and I quote, lying media that the foreign interest in the region was due to monetary wealth and biodiversity. So now biodiversity. So now he's saying that the other countries are lying about it. Oh my goodness, this is just so dumb. There's actual like satellite footage, drone footage, like you name it. It's
like you can go to the country and see it yourself.
Yeah, there have actually been YouTubers who have gone down there.
Yeah, like it's an actual problem, and I feel like. Well, I don't want to get into talking about how the president's reacting to it. Yeah, I'd rather not touch on that topic.
Okay, look. Okay, look. I'm going to show you this picture. Look, this is what it looks like. This is what it looked like before.
It looked beautiful, colorful,
nice and green. Now look at the satellite picture.
Yeah, the satellite picture looks like it's basically a volcano that went through it.
Yeah, like it is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what else is crazy? Even more crazier is the fact that
if the whole thing disappears, it'll create such an imbalance in the way our gases work.
We're all gonna die.
This
is basically it. This is the last
greenhouse gas exchange.
This is literally the last episode. We're all gonna die.
I'm sorry, guys.
You know what'd be interesting?
You know what? We're all gonna burn to death. It's global warming.
No, just stop. Just stop.
Oh, have you heard about the strike?
What strike?
There's a climate strike.
Oh yeah, the girl. Yeah. What Trump did?
What?
Trump. Okay. Look. So Trump. Trump.
This is such a political episode.
Oh my! I know.
Oh my gosh! I'm sorry, guys. We're so boring. Wow.
No, Yusuf was here, and we didn't even have that kind of.
I know. Like, it's because this stuff wasn't happening.
Like, yeah. I mean, like, it's so. What this, like, it's just so dumb. Like,
teachers were, like, some teachers in my school, and, like, well, morely students, were just like, oh, yeah, school's gonna be canceled, like, halfway through the day. And I'm just like, I really doubt that's gonna happen. I'm like, and some of the teachers are just like, we're gonna have like an assembly, I think, or something.
Yeah, like it is. Okay, so this girl from New Zealand, what's her name? Greta? I think her name is Greta.
Okay.
Let me just keep Googling.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, so her name's Greta. She Trump tweeted out like something about, I'm just looking for the tweet. I'm scrolling through his feed right now, where it's just like, he tweeted out about how like, okay, give me a sec. I'm just gonna search it because this is taking too long.
We're slowly becoming a political podcast.
I know, we're slowly becoming a political podcast. Anyway,
man. What happened to the comedy?
Yeah, we're a comedy podcast.
We are a comedy podcast.
Apparently, he probably already deleted it. Anyway, he tweeted out something about this girl, and she changed her Twitter bio to say that, like, honestly, like, it was just so good, like, so good. Okay, here it is. Okay, I'm gonna read it to you. Oh no, she changed it again already.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and the strike is tomorrow.
Yeah, it is tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Anyway, but like, it's so it's so crazy that like anyway it's
Yeah.
and people are saying such bad things about her.
Yeah, I know.
And people like there's this one guy in the States who said something about her, and straight up this other guy like told him to apologize to her. Like how dare him?
Yeah.
Like this is a child.
Yeah.
Like she's 16. Like she's not, you know, like
She's not an older person.
yeah.
Who,
But she's also got like she's
on the spectrum. I
yeah,
think.
she's on the spectrum. So
Yeah.
like it's so like it's just so dumb to like some people I don't understand. Like
Also, like, depending, you have to be careful with what you're saying because
Yeah.
you know, like, even, we're all people.
Yeah.
At the same time, like, smallest words can hurt a person.
oh yeah, I know, of course. But like honestly, at this point in time,
Yeah.
I like
It slowly becomes hate crimes.
No, like, honestly, you know how hard it is to have a podcast and not like
I
we are the cleanest podcast I think there is. Like,
I know, like,
like it is so.
there's
hard.
some topics like we could definitely like
Yeah.
touch on, but like that's just not for here.
They're just too controversial.
This is a Christian server. Just joking. I'm not.
It's just-
I
no,
don't
it's
own
just-
that. I'm sorry.
No, there's just too many like controversial Also, the other thing too is like a lot of the controversial topics.
Controversial.
topics.
You like keep
are,
mumbling your words.
I
man.
can't talk to. It's late.
Yeah.
Again, I was at work. I was at work in parentheses for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
My brain just can't. What was I saying?
Oh my brain's like.
I can't remember. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I can't remember. I'm not gonna rewind it.
Oh yeah, how we were talking about how we can talk about certain things.
Oh yeah. Okay. But like a lot of the political topics are more female oriented,
Feminism.
but we're two guys.
Yeah.
Again, we're two guys. We really have we really have no say in the matter.
Okay, now tell me what the definition of feminism is.
Okay, look, I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into that. That is uncharted territory.
Really?
It's also like treading through water.
See, because some people take it wrong. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're just like feminism, and they're like they use that as like an excuse for certain things.
Well, like what? Like okay, look, okay.
And they don't actually even know what it
I'm not
means.
sure if this is true, but someone told me this, and I'm gonna believe it. I think it was a professor actually. You know, like the swirling doors.
Yeah.
There's that, like, you know, you push it and it's like a circle.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently those doors were invented by a woman because she was annoyed that men kept holding the door for her.
Really?
This is an actual thing.
Oh my gosh.
Like, wait, no,
I'm done.
You're
you know what? I'm leaving. I'm walking out. You know, I'm pulling a strike. I'm gone. I'm sorry.
Next episode, it's just me and Victor's guest, but not Victor.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
a one brother and some random guy.
Yeah.
Who doesn't even know who the guest is yet.
Yeah.
He's like, so guys, this is 2 Latin, but I don't know. Like, it's a 1 Latin, bro. Like what?
It's one Latin brother. It's like it's confusing.
No, but we've actually had talks already where we are gonna do an episode at one, like probably not this year. But next year we're trying to coordinate where it's just one brother on the episode.
Yeah.
With like a bunch of their friends on the episode. And then I'm gonna do the same, but he'll record and then I'll record.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like 2, you know, like 1 week it'll be me and 1 week it'll be you.
Yeah.
But then we'll come back the following, you know, like it'll be like you and then it'll be just us and then me and then on that after, so like after essentially a month we'll get back together and we'll talk about what it was like recording without having each other around.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
That'll be weird.
Yeah,
That'll feel real awkward.
Why?
I don't know. Because I won't have my other half, you know.
Wait, what
My
are you
brother.
talking about?
My brother.
The other host of
The co-host with the co-host makes a whole, Adrian.
the co-host.
It's like having 2 halves of said cake. You want both. You want a full cake.
You mean like
you don't want to
you
buy
mean,
half?
You
a
mean
cake.
like a layered cake?
Yes. No. What are you talking about?
Because you're the top layer.
You know,
And
ogres
the bottom layer.
are like
Okay, no, you can't say
just
that.
to quote Shrek.
You can't say that. You're like,
Why?
yeah,
I'm quoting Shrek.
I mean, you're quoting, but I mean, it's not actually Shrek. who said
Ogres
that.
are like onions.
Oh my gosh, there are many.
They're layers. Oh, you mean like cake?
No.
Oh, so quoting Donkey.
Oh my god, no. What is
Really recommend to go watch the
my
Shrek
favorite?
movies.
My favorite quote of that whole movie is when Donkey walks into the thing and he's like, "In the morning, I'm making waffles.
Oh yeah.
Like that is the most random.
How did we get from politics to
I don't know. I don't know where we're going.
to waffles?
It's late. I'm tired. I'm not hungry. But
you just ate dinner. What's wrong?
No, that was over an hour ago already.
Okay, well, you still just
tired. I'm hungry and I'm sleepy. Also, we're not gonna end it. We're gonna take a pause.
We're gonna take a pause, and magically, it's gonna be like we never left you guys.
But for us, it's gonna be maybe more than 8 hours.
Yeah, 'cause we need to sleep.
Yeah,
we are humans, you know.
Yeah, so we're gonna
need to recharge.
We're
batteries.
we're gonna take a quick nap and then come back.
It's not even to them. It's not gonna be a nap. It's gonna be like, and we're back. I'm just joking. We didn't actually. Just like come back.
Okay, so I mean, do we just cut here? Do we do a pause?
I've never understood, like, I don't know why I just remember the vloggers, how they're just like, and we're back. I'm like, you literally never left my screen.
Okay, we'll be back.
We're gonna pull a YouTuber.
No, we'll be back after this short message. Okay, we're gonna have like an ad play here, which is no ad, but it'll be an ad.
Sponsored by, just joking.
Okay, we'll be back.
And we're back. So
yeah, I sound like I literally just woke up.
Because he totally just did.
My voice sounds weird, so for the rest of this, I'm gonna sound weird.
I know. You suck. I don't know why you can't control your throat.
It's not my fault. I just woke up.
No, I know. That happens to me sometimes.
Why are we doing this? It's too early for this.
No, it's not. It's definitely not early for this.
You have to go to
perfect
school.
time.
I have to leave soon. Like, this is just... the sun isn't even properly up yet. Like, the sun's rising right now.
I don't see it.
Because it's still rising. Like, it's still rising.
Well, fun times, fun times.
Sure, let's go with that.
And I...
You what? Should we honestly just wrap up right now?
No. No,
Our
we went into politics.
Yeah.
And I don't want to touch on that now, because I feel like you're going to break. You're just going to go into this large brain fart, and we're going to be stuck here for like the next 20 minutes just being like, and that's just not...
Already,
I know. I almost sound nasal.
Yeah, well, my throat sounds all weird.
When I wake up, it's like my nose is almost runny, and then throughout the day, it just like feels better.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with my throat right now, to be honest.
I don't know. Do you have water?
No, I don't, because we're in our room recording, and we don't have a sink in here.
What to talk about?
Well,
early morning rise. It's like the province of Ontario.
It's cold.
It's cold in the mornings, and as it progressively goes,
It gets warmer.
It gets warmer around 12 and 1ish.
Depends what day it is.
Depending on the day.
Actually, like a week ago or two, it was like 4 in the morning, and it was like 28 degrees outside.
Yeah.
But it was like, and then like by the time we woke up, it was like back to 19. Well, back when like most people wake up, it was back at 19, because some of us wake up like way early. Like some of us don't get to, like in the wintertime, it sucks because you never see the sun.
Yeah. You leave in the morning and it's dark, and you come home when you've been indoors all day.
Well,
and
the sun doesn't come up till like 9.
Yeah.
And you're, and the thing too is it sets at 4, and if you work a 9 to 5, you like wake up at 8 o'clock. You gotta go. You don't wake up. Well, you wake up at like whatever.
You don't wake up at the time you're leaving. You're waking up like an hour early.
Yeah, so you're waking up at like 7 in the morning, and then you go to work, and it's still dark, and then you leave your work when it's dark already, because the sun's already gone. Because by 4:30, no sunlight anymore. It's just pitch black.
True.
At which point you're just like, it's just darkness. That's all I see, darkness.
Well, what's cool? I just realized something. The strike we were talking about? That's actually happening today, which is crazy, because we were literally just talking about it like yesterday, but to them it's just one episode, and we were talking in the past to then talk in the present, which
no, we were
to
talking
then talk
in
in
the
the future. We were talking in the past about it, but now we're talking about it because it's happening now, today.
Okay, look, I need you to understand one or two things. One,
I'm confused.
For the listener, it was moments ago.
I know.
For us, there have been almost about 8 hours of difference.
Yeah.
Actually, a little bit less than that.
Okay.
But to them, it's been like less than that. For us, it's been a whole, it's been like a night.
I know.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it has.
Meanwhile, for them, it's literally been less than 20 minutes. Hey, yo, wake up.
Yeah, I'm awake.
Yeah, so there's that. Wait, so are you guys doing the strike at your school?
I don't know. Well, in my resource class, we ended up talking about it, and a bunch of students are just like, "Okay, sir, so we don't come to school." He's like, "No, no, no, I'm not saying that," and he's just like, "We got you, sir. We understood the message. Don't show up to school." I'd kind of laugh if I just kind of showed up at school and it was closed.
Is it Greta? I heard her speech because she gave a speech to the UN, and she calls out everyone. She's like, "You should all be ashamed of yourselves."
Wow.
Like straight
Thanks.
up calling out every country because no one's doing anything.
That's true.
Well, like I mean, people.
But
are
what does
trying,
mean
but,
I'm
like,
going to get my education gonna do anything?
she's bringing awareness to it. Yeah, she's not going to school and all that, but to be honest, someone who's doing all that already shouldn't be in school. I mean, like, you're 16 years old and you've already peaked. Like, you've already talked to the UN. You've already addressed the UN. Like, what's
I
the...
can do that.
Yeah.
I can literally bring up like the second biggest problem, and I can end up talking to the UN.
Yeah, what's the second biggest problem in the world?
I don't know.
Currently, it's climate change. Greenhouse gases.
Okay.
But the second one is probably the world's poverty. Actually, the world's poverty is probably the first one.
Yeah. So I could literally bring up world poverty.
Yeah, but
and
that's
think
been
of
talked
ways
about.
to solve it.
Yeah, that's been talked about already.
I know, but it just makes everything much more special because it's coming from somebody. No, because it's coming from the youth.
Yes.
It's coming from the young ones.
Yeah,
you know?
it's because you engage in things that it's just you see, it's because
If it was like an adult talking about it, yeah, nobody cares. But since it's like somebody who's a 16-year-old who's realized this, it means something.
well, no, it's more like because people are young, we see things in a different perspective than the adult, right? Also, the other thing too is like the world has become a world of numbers. Like everything is literally ranked by a number now.
Yeah.
A society, its values, people, like everything is a number, and it's kind of unfortunate, but that's the world we live in now.
Yeah.
But hopefully moving forward that goes away, but it's probably gonna stay around till I die.
I just kind of wish everything was like Star Trek.
We work to better ourselves.
We work to better ourselves.
Yeah, I don't know about how I feel about that. Also,
You wouldn't want to work to better yourself?
no, it's not about that. It's more like everyone has the same standard of living.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard that is?
What do you mean?
Like to make sure everyone lives the same way.
I know.
Unfortunately, life will never be like that because there's
Yes.
greedy people.
Because there's always people that are just like, no, I want more than that guy.
Like, to be honest, all the rich people in the world could have ended poverty on Earth years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Like, years.
There's ways of...
What is it? Like, I
fixing
think
it.
someone, like, who was it? I calculated it, or like, Bill Gates could give everyone on Earth $1 million and still be a billionaire when it's over.
Could he?
Yeah.
Bill Gates, if you're hearing this... No, I'm just joking.
Isn't that
I want $1
it's-
million, please.
Isn't that crazy? Like everyone on Earth, every single person on Earth could receive $1 million overnight. Each transfer that.
Yeah, but then
then-
that just like... It just make everything much more expensive.
No, you know what it would do? It would probably throw the economy into like this weird crash. Okay, because listen to this. Okay, because in some countries, like Mexico, for example, $1 is 14 Mexican pesos.
Yeah, and he's giving them dollars.
In American,
Yeah.
right? So
They're making like 15
no,
pesos.
that's not even fit. It's almost 20 actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You want me to check?
I'm pretty sure it's like 1540 something.
I'm gonna check because that's
don't
what we
know.
do. I'm gonna check. Just give me one quick sec. I gotta ask our third co-host Google. This episode, Google has been the third guest, and okay, so Mexican peso
To the US dollar.
to US dollar. So American peso is it American peso to US dollar? Yes, that's what's going on here. It is 1964.
Really? Wow.
Okay, so imagine that. You give someone $1 million and
You
now
just
they
gave
have
them 19 million pesos.
19 million pesos, right? That destroys the Mexican economy. You know why?
Because everybody's so
Because now
rich.
everyone's loaded. Right?
Yeah.
That doesn't work out. Meanwhile, if you go to like parts in America,
Like if you go to Spain,
that's like nothing though, because it's in euros.
I know. If you go to Spain, it wouldn't become that much money.
Yeah, because euros are
Less.
Yeah,
But he'd still solve poverty.
it'd be less, yes, because it's not even €1. It's 91 cents. So they'd have what, like 9,100 pesos. That's not even a million pesos. I mean, not pesos. I mean euros. Man, I'm tired this morning.
I realize that.
Yeah. Anyway, so that would be the conversion rate.
Yeah, I just want $1 million in euros.
And then come back to Canada.
No, and then go to Mexico.
Okay, look, if you go to one.
I don't know how we got to talking about conversion rates.
Oh, because you're talking about Bill Gates solving the world, but I was trying to explain to you that Mexico is a poor country, apparently.
It's not that it's a poor country.
It's just they don't use their resources properly.
Yeah.
Or like they don't monopolize it in a way. Okay, so €1 is 21.48 pesos. At which point I could buy 2 meals with this kind of money.
I know.
And I haven't even spent $1 in Europe. You know how crazy that is?
You mean a euro in Europe?
Oh yeah, €1 in Europe.
Yeah. Damn.
What is it like? I was looking. Someone was asking me about how they're planning on going to Mexico, and I'm like, yo, man, you can go get a meal and not even spend $1. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, that is the world we live in.
Like I could take like 2 euros and have like 60 pesos.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's why people vacation there, Victor.
I know.
That's why everybody go to Mexico. I mean, a lot of people go to Florida too, but Mexico,
you know?
Mexico's where it's at. I mean, like, what is it like? People are
Googling stuff like hotels already. Just joking.
No, like you know how like that crazy man in Florida.
Which one?
You never heard? Okay, like so there's this thing where they say you should Google crazy man in Florida and then put your birth date in, and there's something that some crazy guy did in Florida.
Ugh.
Like that was on the news. Yeah, that was on the news.
I doubt it.
A bunch of people were doing it.
On my birthday, doubt it. Almost nothing happens. Actually, when I was younger,
You want me to Google it right now?
Yes, nothing happened on my birthday. We're not gonna say the date, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we're saving that for another episode.
We're saving that for another episode.
Because we're actually gonna have an episode the week of his birthday. Actually, did we miss my birthday? I think we just jumped right over my birthday.
Yeah, we did.
We didn't even address that.
Yeah, we did. No, but when I was younger, I remember I'd always want something to happen on my birthday, like an event or something.
Yeah.
And nothing would ever happen, and then I reached like 12, and then like every year something happened on my birthday.
All right, crazy man in Florida on your birthday. New York Times Post. Let's see here.
Nothing. I knew it. I knew it all along. Just joking. Nothing?
Florida man killed 5 alligators, ate them for wait, what?
Okay. Well then.
A man, he's been considered a criminal for killing 5 alligators.
5 alligators.
Then he apparently there's a law that you can't do that?
Well, why are you going around killing alligators?
Yeah, man, I don't know. Like, all I know is that people.
Was a crazy guy.
People be crazy, you know. Like, I want to see what happened to mine. Let's find out.
I don't know. But why? Why? Like people going and killing 2 alligators?
This is Florida. Right?
Like why?
This is where things are
like,
getting.
I don't understand the reasoning. Like apparently he ate the alligators.
Yeah, he ate them.
He killed them and ate the meat. Sometimes I question what goes through people's minds. So what happened on your birthday?
Florida man said that. Oh no, wait, that wasn't my birthday.
Oh.
Yeah.
It'd be like nothing happened on your birthday. Something happened like the day after your birthday. That'd be funny.
Just give me a sec here. I'm trying to.
This video is sponsored by
29-year-old was found guilty for murdering his brother.
Don't murder me.
Okay. Well, see, I'm telling you, there's always like honestly,
and the reasoning behind that, and the person's probably like, "Cause I felt like it." And I'm thinking here, wow, you're insane.
There's a lot of crazy people in this world.
True.
But there's more of them in Florida.
True. They just all correlate there, and it's just like all like us.
What is it? It's like, okay, look, for a while people were getting pet like a specific type of snake.
As a pet, yeah.
As a pet, and then people didn't want them anymore, so they were like releasing them into the wild, and then it threw off the entire ecosystem.
Yeah, it's like going to grab like a bear and shoving him into like
a city, like
city,
in the middle of the city.
In the middle of the city. Everybody knows, and everybody doesn't want it there because obviously it's a bear.
And he can literally tear your car apart, but
Exactly. And you can probably run it over.
Yeah.
And people don't want to kill bears.
Meanwhile,
unless you're a person who likes killing bears.
But here's
like
the
the guy who likes killing alligators.
But here's the thing. Imagine like thousands of these. Also, they can multiply really quickly.
It's like grabbing one bunny. No, it's like grabbing two bunnies and just leaving them
for like 3 months, and you come back and there's like now like 14 bunnies.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Is that nuts?
Those bunnies get busy.
No, it's because every time they give birth to like 12 bunnies in one go.
I know. But that's a lot of bunnies. In 6 months, you have like 28.
Okay, well, calm down.
Oh my gosh.
That depends if like the babies don't have more like, you know what I mean?
Oh my
like,
gosh, does the babies have babies? Oh my, we have like hundreds.
This
is getting out of hand. We need to stop this. I need some rabbit stew. we gotta take down numbers a little bit. This is the age of the bunnies. They're taking a sofa.
Okay, look.
You know what? Send me to California. I'm sounding a little crazy.
It's not California. It's
Florida.
Florida's a state.
I don't know why I'm
gonna send you to Miami.
Okay, I don't mind.
It's just like I want that beach, that hot weather, that white crystal, sand, the sound of the waves, palm trees, Spanish people.
Oh, I don't want my people there. Just joking.
No, there's a lot of Latinos in Florida.
No, I know.
I think there's more actually. What is it? And then meanwhile, in LA, there's also there's just everybody.
Yeah, we have all kind of race. They're like a mini Canada. It's
in
crazy.
In the U.S.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
They're but rich.
Oh, it's funny. Meanwhile, we have our city, Toronto, is in Canada. Toronto.
In Canada, to be specific.
What is it? No, the other day someone was saying how they want
how Toronto was in America. Oh,
no. How they go to Toronto a lot, but they're like the traffic there sucks. I don't understand why. Okay,
really?
Look. I'm like, whoa,
really?
Whoa. The area we're living in to begin with doesn't even have 1 million people. I'm like, meanwhile, in Toronto, it's almost 4. It's straight up almost 4 million. I'm like,
yeah, I know.
I'm like, that's literally like LA. LA has over 4 million people.
Yep.
That's crazy. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
Where am I supposed to put all these people?
I don't know.
There's a lot of people.
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, it's also. I think it's also the biggest city in Canada.
You know what I think it is?
What?
That in Toronto they just didn't use the train.
That was weird. But anyway, yeah, they probably they do. People use it. Yeah.
No, they use it. But
okay, I need you to wrap up.
I don't feel like it.
Well, you got to.
Okay, so this has been T.L.B.P Brothers podcast. You guys can follow us on Instagram, Twitter. You guys can leave us an email. Everything's in the description. You guys can comment. And if you guys are on Apple Podcasts, one of our various different platforms. I am dying.
No, you're not.
I'm literally on edge right now.
You're fighting to stay away.
I'm fighting, man. I'm punching through.
This is why we're ending the podcast, because I see you your head just starts dipping over slightly.
Okay, people send us comments, we want to have an episode where we answer your questions, and maybe if you guys leave us almost like a voicemail kind of thing, we can have your voice on the podcast, which would be cool.
Yeah.
We can have the community,
Yeah.
So do that, I'm planning to put my plans in motion, so there might be some more Instagram posts and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know where else to go with this. Goodbye.
Yeah, bye.
We'll catch you next time.
You can't catch people. You know what? Forget.
I'm gonna catch whoever I want. Okay.
I'm gonna end the episode now.
Okay, bye.
Okay, you okay with that?
No.
Oh, why not?
I don't feel like
okay, don't forget it.
Okay.
Just say bye.
Adios.
I told you to say bye.
Ciao.
Can you just say bye?
Sayonara.
Bye.
Bye.
How hard was that?
Au revoir. Okay, bye.
Bye.